behind me, we've got my 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse. And today we're gonna scuff up the engine bay, we're gonna get it cleaned up and then prep for epoxy primer. We'll let that sit for a couple days. Then we'll re-scuff that and we're gonna get in some body filler, shave all this nice and clean after we filled all the holes in. And then we can get our high build primer and our seam sealer on and get this thing ready for some color in the engine bay. While we were doing some work yesterday, we discovered that once we had the glass out of the rear hatch, there was a couple spots that were filled with some rust. Just wasn't noticeable until the window came out. So you're gonna see this series is just kind of progressing now with the car finally going back together. So let's go. We've got some U-Pole Dolphin Glaze, which will be our body filler. I've heard it's a little bit better than the Bondo. Before I do that, I'm going to hit the epoxy primer in the engine bay just with a 180 grit, just to have like a mechanical sander and just something for it to grab to. So we've let this dry over the last couple of days. It's been about 5 or 6 days. Temperature hasn't been great in here, so I'm curious how it's going to stick. It's a little chilly now. I got the heaters going, but just do an overall scuff on this. We'll get it cleaned up one last time. We'll mix up some glaze and then we'll get it applied. Okay, we got a couple coats of body filler in, and now we're gonna go to some seam sealer from 3M. So this takes about 20 minutes to 30 minutes to dry. It's like a 2-part, it just mixes in the chamber, so you need a special gun for it. I bought this on Amazon. So we'll get this into where any of the two surfaces meet in the metal, just kind of like a butt joint or an overlap. Get that seam sealed up. I'll get some tape in there just to make a nice clean bead. And then from there, we're gonna move all the way to the back, to the quarters, just with the new over fenders that we have, just that little section, fill that in. And then the up in the wheel well as well, just to keep any water and just road and dirt debris out. So it stays flexible. It's I think it's vibration resistant, a couple things. So check it on the website. It's from 3M. And then you need a special gun for it too, which I don't know, 60, 70 bucks on Amazon. But once you have it, we'll need it for the Supra, a couple other things. But we'll do this and then we'll let it dry. Then we'll do some more body filler and then more primer. And then we have to get into glide coat just to see what's low and what's high. And then we can finally get some color on this base. So let's go. Okay, so I got the rear quarter overlay. I'm gonna actually hit it with this on the back side. I got a couple cans left over, just like an undercoating. Just It's like a wheel well paint. It just gives a little bit of texture, so I'm gonna do that on the inside. And then I'll turn it over, I'll sand it, I'll prep the other side. So just, it's fiberglass, I wanna protect it from the back side, just with water, anything gets up in it. I'm gonna do the front with the fenders, but that's all it is, so we got prep. So I think the fastest way to be humbled when you're doing your own body work is to shoot some black primer, which we just did the first coat. And I knew there was still some stuff to do. Like I got guide coat here too, just to use, but I ran out of white primer, so I switched to black. And I know I still have to do about 180 to like 240 to 325 to 400 before we even do some color. But this is, shows you how important the prep work is. So kind of jumping around here, just in between sanding and painting and priming, just for stuff waiting to dry. So I've kind of jumped ahead and I'm looking at just rough locations where we're going to put the air filter box, the overflow tank, and then the coolant tank as well. So I went to mock it up yesterday and I missed my whole location, so I had to re-weld that. I got to sand that clean. I'm going to tap one more riv nut in there, which is for these guys. And then I'm going to drill out 4 spots here, 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 and here for one of the tanks to sit. That's for the new ones. And then I got just the back as well, just riv nuts in for the over fender. So just kind of chipping away. I don't want to, do something and then wait a day in between for drying. So whatever we can do, get this done. We're going to hit it with another coat of sanding, and then hopefully we can get ready to paint. So do probably like a 180, 320, 400, and then we'll see how it looks. And it's kind of how the color's going to be now. Maybe a little bit more sheen with the color, but this is where it's going to be. So. Just want to make sure that bumper support brackets we're going to fit in this pocket here. Once I put riv nuts in from the back side over here, are they going to rub in there? And they don't. So that's good. Put the riv nuts in. I'm just going with some M6 riv nuts, which is what I've been using around the car, and my Astro. That's not good. To put a tack in there. So the metal's very thin there and it's obviously tore right through it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand this down. I'm gonna get a riv nut in there, maybe just tack it just to fill it around there once I get all this cleaned up. Or else I gotta re-weld all this and anyway, let's just see what we can do with it. we're into the final stretch here with this engine base, so I got a couple little touch-ups I got to do. So anything in white is just a high build primer. We're going to hit that with a 240, 320, and then a 400. And then if it's needed, we'll hit it with another shot of just a sandable primer, and then hopefully we can start laying some color down on this engine base. So let's get this wrapped up, get the subframe painted, and we'll get the motor back in this car. Let's go.